So I saw this post on Twitter yesterday of some fucking YouTuber, and it's a video of him playing DMC2, and he's fighting a Rangarera. This is the first boss, the monkey dude, and he's literally just standing there holding the gun button down, and then he activates DT and holds the DT gun button down, and he just beats the boss just by like doing that. And he's like, the caption is like, doing another playthrough of this game, it's been a while, just had to remind myself how bad it is. And dude, I just don't know, something about it just peeved me. I was like, so I retweeted it with a quote tweet, and I was like, you say that this game is bad and that you don't enjoy it, yet you're like actively going out of your way to engage with it in the most boring way possible. Like you're not even attempting to have fun or experiment. And like, I don't, like, why would you bother to do additional playthroughs of a game that you didn't enjoy the first time if you're going to go out of your way to continue to play it the way that you didn't enjoy those previous time? Like, I don't know. I totally understand that DMC2 doesn't push the player to experiment and learn the fun ways to play the game. Like, a good game should push the player to play in a way that is both effective but also fun to do. And DMC2 doesn't have enough in place to stop you from doing things that are effective but not fun. Which is why, like, you know, you can just spam shoot and win those fights. My thing is, like, if you know that that's the case and you know that that's boring, then why would you go out of your way to play it like that on purpose? You know, like, I get that the game, like if your first playthrough or something, or like you haven't seen people play in different ways, like why you'd be inclined to think that that was the best way to play the game. But if you're explicitly complaining that you're bored of playing that way, then why do you continue to play that way? Right? Like, I can understand maybe not having the patience to maybe try to find new ways to play by yourself, but other people have videos online of other ways that you can play that would be more enjoyable. Or you could just simply choose to not play the game, right? Like, that's the thing for me is, like, if all you're gonna do is just be upset that you're playing a game in the way that it's not fun to play, then why are you playing it? Like, it's purely masturbatory and just for being hateful. Like, that's the only reason. Like, you're just playing it just to hate on it. That's the only reason you want to play it. And like, that's such a lame way to engage with media. Like, I don't know. Especially because he probably wouldn't ever do that if it wasn't for the fact that he had an audience. So he's literally just like deliberately going and playing the game in a way that's not fun so that he can make the game look bad, so that he can make fun of it, so that his audience will be like, oh yeah, game bad. Which only, it's content farming that only serves to perpetuate the negative view of something, which I think is just so toxic. It's like, do we really need people to like focus attention on things that are bad, especially things that are like 20 years old? It's like, you really have nothing better to do. You're like gonna actively spread negativity to the world instead of trying to like spread positivity. And like, I totally get it, and I agree that like the game should push you to experiment, to play in ways that are more engaging, and DMC2 just doesn't. But like, if you don't want to try to experiment and find a way to make it fun, then why even bother replaying it, you know? You could just not play it, you know? Really good room. I don't know, it just really frustrates me. Because it's like, why spread negativity? I don't get it. Like, sure, the game is bad, like we can all agree, but there's no reason for people to like misrepresent it and its badness. And just like to be masturbatory about shitting on the game. It's like you really have nothing that you actually care about, nothing that you want to like uplift. Only want to tear things down. Like, the world does not need that. We have way too much of that. Oh my god! Holy shit.
Too easy.
Wow, I think this is a new comm goal for mission 3 maybe. What is this? 134? Good lord. Does someone check? Does anyone know? Like, get a DMC speedrun wiki? My god, that run was crazy. You gonna check, Zerx? Thank you, my friend. 124 is comm gold? Dude, that's actually so crazy. How is comm gold that fast? Like, what? That mission 3 was like perfect. It's 10 seconds slower than comm gold. That's fucking insane. Well, the thing is too, I don't expect people to do that. Like, I don't expect people to experiment and to like try to find the fun. I get that the game should push you to do it by itself, and if it doesn't, that's bad game design. But like, that only goes so far as to say that you're playing the game like for the first time. If you deliberately go out of your way to play it again, but continue to play it in a way that you already know is going to make it not fun, then like why bother playing it, right? Just don't play it. You already know you're gonna not like it. At that point, you're literally just doing it just to hate on it, which is just loser mentality. I just started to play Abandoned Shadow Warrior 3, and for the same reason you're talking about, it copies Doom Eternal's mechanics, but as far as I can tell, there's no chainsaw. You can't even regen ammo. It's so boring running out of ammo and while having stuff still attack me. I'm sure that you could play the game in a way that doesn't have that happen, but like if the game's not going to push you into it, that's the game's fault, right? Is that where you're going with it? Subjivate. No point getting distracted by contact farmers. They don't really make sense of anything. Well, it like actively does public perception damage to games that I think don't deserve it. Like, I made it a bit of a side quest of mine to positively impact the audience perception of DMC2 in some way. I don't wish to like make people think that the game is good, because I don't think it is. But I do want to combat the idea that there is no way to have fun in the game, because I think that's just not true. Like, you definitely can have fun with DMC2, and the game is more fun if you don't just spam guns. But because everyone just says the game is shit and all you can do is spam guns, and that's what everyone does, and then like, I think that way more people dislike DMC2 than would have disliked DMC2 if the gun thing wasn't a thing, right? Like, if it wasn't like the conversation starter to be like, haha, DMC2 guns, then I think a lot more people would enjoy DMC2 than they do. I don't think it would be substantial. Like, it's not going to bring the game up from like, you know, 1% of people enjoying it to 50% of people enjoying it, but it might bring it up to like 10% of people enjoying it. And I think that more people enjoying a game is just a good thing. And a lot of people seem to get upset with my take there because they think that I'm saying it's their fault that they're playing in a way that's not fun. But I don't think that that's true. I think it's the game's fault for not pushing them to play that way. But I do think if you replay the game already knowing that you don't like playing it, and don't actively try to find other ways to enjoy it, then that is your fault. You know what I mean? Like, if you play the game like once a year and you don't, just to hate play it, and you don't even attempt to find new ways to make it enjoyable, then that is definitely your fault. And for sure, you will never find a way to make the game fun to play if you decide that you're just going to shoot everything every playthrough. Like, you have to experiment. But in that sort of scenario, those people don't want to find fun. They just want to beat up on something. Which is just like, I don't know, just loser mentality, you know? Yo, thanks, Jasks. Glad you like them. I've been working on a video for quite a while that tackles that subject, but I think that this gives me a little bit more context to be able to tackle it better, so I'm happy that it happened for that reason alone. Good recovery. It's a terrible fight. What's up, Ace? How you doing, dude? Bad mission 5. Should make a short of a combo for DMC2 to prove it's way more than just shooting. People have. I'm not good enough at the game to do that, really. I honestly want to spend more time with the game before I make my video just to do that. Because, like, I would like to learn even more about it. Like, I know there's cool stuff in the game. I also know that there's a reason why people don't do it. But I need to play it even more to kind of figure it out. So I can more easily articulate my thoughts. I think maybe doing like all S ranks and stuff would help with that. Just some more playthroughs in general. With Darky just coming out, I'm going to be pretty distracted, so I probably won't have time. But I'm definitely going to save that tweet and make a big point of it in my video. That's why a while ago I was testing the damage output and DPS for like every weapon in the entire franchise. Is because like people make it a point to say that like, oh, this is the most optimal way to play, just like shooting stuff, but it objectively isn't. It's slower and less fun. I think that I wasn't factoring in difficulty of execution when talking about optimal play. But still, like, obviously just holding the shoot button is easy. I think that one of the interesting things is I think that DMC1 avoids this problem almost entirely, even though it has way stronger guns than DMC2, just by having you have to mash the shoot button. The fact that you get to hold the shoot button in DMC2 makes it way easier execution-wise to just shoot everything. And if you had to manually mash the button, I think people would do it a lot less. Well, I mean, the reasoning for trying to do combos if you could just shoot to win is that, like, it's more fun, right? People complain that the game is, like, not fun, so they could have more fun if they did combos instead. But yeah, I mean, in almost every Devil May Cry game, you pretty much can win just by standing there and shooting. I intend to do that. Should do some challenge runs like that just to show off that that's the case. Holding the gun button is like way less optimal in DMC2 though. I'm pretty sure that you can even launch enemies if you hold the gun button. Yeah, but also like it scales with how fast you press it in DMC1. Whereas in DMC2, you hit the cap for how fast you can do it and how fast you can mash, you know? Like in DMC2, if you press the button faster, you don't shoot faster. Like the barrier for entry there is really low, but in DMC1, you can shoot really fast if you press the button really fast. Like really fast. And I don't seek to make apologies for the fact that the game doesn't push you to do those things. Like, that's fair, you know what I mean? Like, the game should push you to experiment and to like have other strategies be more optimal. But like, if your goal is to play the game and have fun, then you can make a more conscious effort to do so and achieve that goal. Which I think is very different than a game that has no way to have fun, you know? Because you could, in theory, make a game where the optimal strategy isn't fun, but there's also no other way to play it. Like, there is no fun way to play. But I feel like DMC2 isn't that. I feel like DMC2 is actually a game that does have fun things to do in it, but the game doesn't push you to do them. Like, I think Majin's fun, and like aerial heart attacks are really fun, and there's some cool stuff to be done with trying to maintain a style meter. But again, the game never pushes you to do it, so why would you? Like, well, the answer is because it's more fun than to just complain. And I mean, the game does push you to do those things as well. Just in those ways of pushing you aren't effective for some reason. Which I'd like to dissect to try to figure out why, right? Like, you still get ranking at the end of every mission, you know? And that ranking actually does factor in what your style meter average was for the level, so... Also, the style meter in the level gives you more orbs the higher your style meter is when you kill an enemy. But like, those things are for some reason not enough to get people to try to experiment, whereas those exact same things are enough in the other games. And like, I'm not saying that it's wrong to not be influenced by that. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that that's the case, and I'd like to figure out why, right?
Holy shit, thanks so much.
Yo, Danny, thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. How you doing, dude? Thanks for giving us that pajama, one tonight, demonic box, X-rays, and Lego my egg roll. Enjoy the emotes. Thank y'all for hanging out. Crazy. Nice. Let's go, Danny. That sounds dope. I think the controls, if the controls weren't so bad for using this sword, it'd be so much better. Also, giving the others different moves would have been cool. I think that's one of the main downfalls, is the controls for combos. But it's not that different than pause combos. I do get that it does interfere with the command attacks. But like, it's not that different than pause combos. They're not explained, but they aren't explained in DMC1 either. I guess unless you count the guidebook, right? That's true, Dolly, but I mean, DMC1 also has a bit of clunkiness and is kind of slow, at least compared to 3, 4, and 5. Do you think that maybe because the gameplay is a little bit closer to 3, 4, and 5, that clunkiness hurts it more? That could be it, right? Because like, the moveset in DMC2 is actually more akin to something like 3 than it is to something like 1. With the way that you can cancel animations into each other and stuff, and you got more, you have just more attacks. But it controls more like 1. It's just interesting to see. I don't know. And like, there's no wrong answer, I feel. But I think it's something that's like worth looking into. Having some introspection on, because
I'm thinking we can take on anything.
I think that it has a worse reputation than maybe it deserves. And I think just a little bit of appreciation of some of those other things could make people enjoy it a lot more, which, you know, I'm not trying to convert everyone into a DMC2 fan, but it'd be nice if the general consensus wasn't so negative, you know? Oh, nice. J/Slash going in on the run. He knows it's time. Especially after that zip. We'll see though. I plan on making some videos about it. I just didn't know how to frame it exactly, but I think I do now. I was originally going to make a separate video that just covers the gun part, but I feel like that isn't going to be conclusive enough. I need to make it all one big video probably. Well, that's another great question. I'd like to know, Fontar, because personally, because of that, I actually don't like 5 as much. But other people love it, right? So it's like, okay, what's the difference? A common thing I saw people talk about in those threads was that DMC2 is just like really, really easy if you use guns. But if you tried to use anything else, it was super difficult because the game would punish you for doing so. But that's kind of confusing to me because like, that sounds more like the intended experience. Like all of the DMC games are hard, right? So, like, yeah, you get punished for doing things incorrectly or at wrong times. So like, isn't that what people want, right? Like, is to get punished for doing things on incorrect timings and stuff. But then when they do that in DMC2, I guess because there is such an obvious alternative option, it doesn't feel good. But like, DMC1 is extremely punishing. Do you think that speedrunning on the Switch version is unfair? No. There's a thing called categories. If you're playing a different way of playing the game that is substantially different, then you compete against only other people that play on that same version. So like Switch runs only compete against other Switch runs. So there is no unfairness in the competition. What's up, James? You're getting your record back today? That's the plan. Woo! I feel like you're the only person who had fun with the combat in DMC2. Yeah, I mean, you probably went into it with more of an open mind. That's why I dislike that rhetoric, is because I think it causes people to go into the game or to go into replays with the one-track mind of being like, this is the only way to play the game. Which it's just not. And other ways can be more fun. I'm not going to guarantee that there is a fun way for everyone to play the game. Like, some people are just not going to enjoy it no matter what, right? And that's cool. But I think that a lot more people would enjoy it than currently do if that rhetoric wasn't spun around as much. Try to get back to DMC3 after watching the anime and you're getting your ass beat. Games are hard, man. They're really hard. How did you decide you wanted to take on the speedrun record? I mean, I just speedrun the game for fun, and then I got really close. So I may as well. It's a big room. Could be a big determining room. I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I hate that soul eater. I should focus on him before I even kill the Vanguard. No time save there once again. Yeah, I'm gonna release. I don't know. I just think it's lame to spread such negativity. Like, sure, the game sucks. Everyone knows that. That's fine, you know? Like, do we really need to be like celebrating it and willfully like ignoring any other potential ways of enjoying it just so that we can continue to flagellate it? That seems kind of just lame. Yeah, especially like, I get it if the game was like new, right? But it's 20 years old. There's been 3 sequels that are all way better. You know, it's like they learned from their mistakes. Damn. Do the other games have a king of this world? Yeah, I didn't think so. True. Real fact. Was that not the fast kill? No, so like it is, but it isn't. So he does that like 1, 2, 3 pause swipe attack. You could stop him from doing that if you slash his eyes before he starts doing it at the beginning of the fight. And then you save like 3 seconds because you don't have to wait for that attack to end. And I missed that. Avoiding that 3-hit combo is new. Like really new. Oh, let's fucking go, dude. We got a run going. We got a run going.
I'm thinking we could take on anything.
Goodman's also going on the run. Respect. This is the last mission to do so.
I'm thinking we could take on anything.
Minimaru also going on the run. Hell yeah.
I'm thinking we could take on anything.
Zerk's also going on the run.
I'm thinking we could take on anything.
Silver release, that's okay. Not ideal, but it's okay. It's fine. Good save. Don't mess up the new strat at the start of 13, huh? I got completely dicked on. Thank you, game. It's okay. Didn't lose time. You play this game an insane amount of hours and you cannot get gameplay anywhere near this. That's because it's about the intention of the hours. It's more important than the actual hours themselves. Like, if you just spend 1,000 hours playing the game normally and not trying to push yourself to do anything extraneous, then you're not going to get that much better. But if you spend 100 hours sitting there, like, deliberately practicing a specific subsection of the game and getting really good at it, then you're going to be way better than that guy with 1,000 hours. It's just how it works. I have a lot of hours, and it's been mostly deliberate. Well, I fucked that up. Good save. Rest in peace. Still a super good run. Even though I messed that up big time.
Too easy.
That's gold. Does Sneaker jump new? No. Do it every run. I mean, it's a boring part of the run, to be fair, so I don't blame you.
Too easy.
Really good movement in that room. Crazy. Alright, this is a big room. This is a really important room. Time save here as well. 14 chess fight is the hardest fight in the game. I messed it up a little bit, but it's fine. It's not fine. Okay, that DTE saved it a little bit. I didn't hit shit with that release. No, I grabbed that. Ugh, God, that sucked. Such a bad 14. It's still fine. It's the record pace, probably. Bruh. Alright, I incorporate more rolls for DT because it's hard. My release canceled? I need to be 27 ahead at the end of the run in order to get a record. I'm not getting hit again. That's scary. It's a scary setup. That works. Scary, scary. Should just DT run there. Fingers are too risky. I was 100% right about the anime. Thank you, Ebez. I need to be 27 ahead to get world record. I am 26.5. I just need to not lose any more time for the rest of the run and save one more second. Doable. Thank you for dodging. If you didn't dodge, that would have been so bad. That'd have been a rip record if you didn't dodge. Acceptable. Up, Jacob.
Too easy.
Stress.
Alright. It's over.
Bro, just die. Fuck. It's fine. Yeah, use DT at the start. No reason not to. Oh,
Too easy.
good God. I barely made that. Alright, come on, Spikes, give me good luck. That's gonna have to do. That was so bad. I hate that strat. I knew that was gonna happen. Run's dead. This record is, maybe not actually. Go! Record's probably dead. We'll see though. It'd be really hard to make it record, but it might still be possible. I just need to save 10 seconds. Should really wait till he gets over to the mirror. It makes it so much safer. Oh. God, that's so slow. Oh, perfect fight at least. Bad Cerberus, but might be good enough. There was time to save here. A little bit, probably not. I think my 19 was super good in my PB. Good recovery. Not a perfect fight though. Yeah, record's dead. There's no way. Fuck, man. There's no way. Well, actually, I don't know how bad my 19 was. If it was good, it's impossible now. Yeah, it's probably over. Oh, I missed the fucking quick kill anyways. It was doomed from the start. I guess I need to practice Arkham more. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. My doppelganger gonna get over here or no? Look like it. What did I do wrong? I don't understand. That's a shame. Compare to know what's wrong. Wow, that's crazy. I would have never thought about that, Vinay. Thank God you're here. Damn.